Statements by ministers. Minister of Children and Youth Services responsible for anti-racism.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to recognize World Autism Awareness Day, which falls this weekend on Sunday, April the 2nd. As the Minister of Children and Youth Services, I'm committed, and this government's committed, to supporting children and families living with autism spectrum disorder. I'd like to begin by recognizing the incredible work of parents, family members, service providers, advocates, researchers who work so hard and with great care to support those with autism. To the dedicated parents, many who have given all of their time to ensure their children have a voice, I want to say thank you. This government recognizes and shares your unwavering commitment to your children and to the autism community. Last year, our government announced changes to autism services and supports and introduced the new Ontario Autism Program. This commitment was supported with a new investment of $500 million over 5 years. Many of you have reached out to me in recent weeks with questions about the Ontario Autism Program. Many of you have asked questions and brought forward concerns about the transition of this new program and what it means to your family. I want you to know that I'm listening. This government and my ministry are listening. I want you to know how much we value the amount of commitment and time you put into helping children with autism and helping your community. And I recognize your fears, and I assure that we are working to ensure the best possible outcomes for you and your children. And I want to assure you that we will support you and your children with the transition to the new Ontario Autism Program. We want to go above and beyond to help every child receive what they need. I will be corresponding with you directly in the next few weeks to ensure that your transition to the new OAP can be done with confidence and smoothly. Mr. Speaker, we've kept the door open, consulting and working together with families, service providers, partners and experts to best address the many complex challenges faced by those living with autism so they can have opportunities they need to grow up and to reach their full potential. And I'm committed to the ongoing engagement and conversations with families across the province. Earlier this week, Mr. Speaker, I visited one of our autism spectrum disorder diagnostic hubs, Holland Bloorview Kids Rehabilitation Hospital. I met with families and leaders, and I've met with families and leaders across the province. I saw firsthand the amazing work they're doing with children with autism in Ontario, and I was grateful to hear from parents about their perspectives on the new hubs and to see the quality of care and attention given to our province's children with autism. It was a great opportunity to reflect on the progress we've made so far on this journey. Since announcing the new autism program last year, we've been listening to parents and focusing our efforts on improving access, support, and services. And Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to provide our community with the following updates. In 2016-2017, the ministry added 64 new IBI spaces, and over 2,000 families have received direct funding to purchase services and support. Our investments are also expected to serve almost 3,000 more children in ABA this year. These investments have reduced the average wait time by 23% for IBI and 4% for ABA. Mr. Speaker, I've heard from families how important it is to have choices. Therefore, a direct funding option will be available in the new OAP for all families who want it. A smooth transition into a new OAP for families is our priority. And I want to ensure families that when June is here, current direct funding will continue to be offered through the transition period until a spot becomes available in the new program. Mr. Speaker, as of January, 5 new diagnostic hubs are improving the availability of more timely ASD diagnostic assessments so children can start accessing services as quickly as possible. As of February, parents have access to 4 new play-based early intervention pilots for young children showing early signs of ASD. These early intervention sites in 4 communities will help children under the age of 3 meet individual goals in areas of communication and play. Mr. Speaker, these are important new initiatives, but we have so much more work to do, and we're going to continue to move forward. So I want to thank the Clinical Expert Committee, which has been out there consulting with parents and stakeholders and families. I also want to thank the OAP Advisory Committee for their dedication throughout this process. I am waiting for their recommendations, which will inform the design and implementation of the new program. Over the next year, we will continue to work together on the design of the new OAP, and the advice of the committee, families and service providers will help us reach our overall goal to create improved access to services, more supports for families, and more treatment spaces for children and youth with autism across all ages and needs. Together, we're creating a comprehensive program that responds directly and effectively to the needs of children and youth with autism. Mr. Speaker, supporting children, youth, and adults with autism requires a whole-of-government approach. That's why we're working with our partners, like the Ministry of Education, to strengthen in-school supports to help students transition into full-time school. We're also supporting education and employment opportunities for young people and adults with autism as we take on additional steps to implement the new program. Mr. Speaker, this government and my ministry are committed to working together with families every step of the way. In closing, Mr. Speaker, as our government marks a decade of supporting World Autism Day, I pledge this government's continued commitment to work together with families, service providers, and across ministries to ensure everyone with autism in Ontario has the support and services they need to realize their dreams and reach their full potential. I want to again thank parents for their advocacy efforts and patience, and I look forward to ongoing conversations on the design and implementation of this new program. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.